is the story of King Midas. The old satyr Silenus had been drinking wine and wandering away drunk, later to be found by some Phrygian peasants, who carried him to their king. Alternatively, he passed out in Midas's rose garden. Midas recognized him and treated him hospitably, entertaining him for 10 days and nights with politeness, while Silenus delighted Midas and his friends with stories and songs. On the 11th day, he brought Silenus back to Dionysus in Lydia. Dionysus offered Midas his choice of whatever reward he wished for. Midas asked that whatever he might touch should be changed to gold. Midas rejoiced in his new power, which he hastened to put to the test. He touched an oak twig and a stone. Both turned to gold. Whoa. Overjoyed, as soon as he got home, he ordered the servants to set a feast on the table. So Midas, king of Lydia, swelled at first with pride when he found he could transform everything he touched to gold. But when he beheld his food grow rigid and his drink hardened to golden ice, then he understood that his gift was a bane, and in loathing for gold cursed his prayer. Midas found that when he touched his daughter, she too turned to gold. Now Midas hated the gift he had coveted. He prayed to Dionysus, begging to be delivered from starvation. Dionysus heard his prayer and consented, telling Midas to wash in the river Pactolus. Then whatever he put into the water would be reversed of the touch. Midas did so, and when he touched the waters, the power flowed into the river, and the river's sands turned into gold. This explained why the river Pactolus was so rich in gold, and the wealth of the dynasty claiming Midas as its forefather, no doubt the impetus for this aetiological myth. Gold was perhaps not the only metallic source of Midas's riches. King Midas, a Phrygian son of Cybele, first discovered black and white lead. Midas, now hating wealth and splendor, moved to the country and became a worshipper of Pan, the god of the fields and satire. Roman mythographers asserted that his tutor in music was Orpheus. Once, Pan had the audacity to compare his music with that of Apollo, and challenged Apollo, the god of the lyre, to a trial of skill. The mountain god was chosen as umpire, Tmolus. Pan grew on his pipes, and with his rustic melody, gave great satisfaction to himself and his faithful follower Midas, who happened to be present. Then Apollo struck the strings of his lyre. Tmolus at once awarded the victory to Apollo, and all but one agreed with the judgment. Midas dissented, and questioned the justice of the reward. Apollo would not suffer such a depraved pair of ears any longer, and said, "Must have ears of a donkey," and caused them to become the ears of a donkey. Midas was mortified at this mishap. He attempted to hide his misfortune under an apple turban or headdress, but his barber of course knew the secret, so was told not to mention it. However, the barber could not keep the secret. He went out into the meadow, dug a hole in the ground, whispered the story into it, then covered the hole up. A thick bed of reeds later sprung up in the meadow, and began whispering the story, saying, "King Midas has a donkey's ears." The end.